Hey, what's up, everybody? Dan Tortora hanging out with you here as I am in my travels and very excited to have Daniel Boobie Santiago joining me here in just a few as we do yet another special. You know that Daniel Boobie Santiago has been with me from the beginning. We've had the opportunity to have many conversations when it comes to what's going on in his life, and we've been able to follow him, track him all the way through his process of recruiting, of going from Utica Proctor out to Horizon in Arizona, winning a state championship, all of his recruitment, everything that he had going on, all the schools that reached out to him, Yale to Army to Navy to Air Force to San Diego State in Arizona, Holy Cross, and so on and so forth. So we've had a fantastic time with Daniel Boobie Santiago, and we talked to him about, I think it was 8 days before he got his first offer. And so, you know, doing that, speaking with him 8 days before he got his first offer and telling him, hey, listen, it's going to come to fruition. It's going to work out. I told him I feel it. I see it. I said, pray to God. I know it's going to come through. And literally within like 8 days, he got his first offer, which was from Arizona. And then went on from there to get more than, I think ended up getting more than a dozen offers, all when all is said and done. So Daniel Boobie Santiago, super proud of him and very grateful for the fact that he's let me be a part of the process. Lily's here with me in our travels as well. So you're going to see Lily here as Wake Up Call is on the road. You know that I use the hashtag Wake Up Call OTR or Wake Up Call on the road. That's what OTR stands for. And of course, we also use the hashtag Wake Up Call everywhere. So make sure you use those hashtags when you see us out in the community. Hashtag Wake Up Call OTR is probably the easiest one, but you could also use Wake Up Call everywhere and Wake Up Call on the road. So we are looking forward to having Daniel Boobie Santiago join the show. He is a 2022 incoming defensive lineman, played D tackle and nose guard. And he, like I said, won a state championship with Horizon out in Arizona. Played a couple seasons there during the pandemic because the fact that Arizona was open and the state of New York was kind of shut down. So not kind of, we were very shut down. So looking forward, like I said, to have Daniel Boobie Santiago joining me here in just a few, and definitely looking forward to having the conversation. Lily's going to sit in here as my co-host, and we'll have some fun with this. So Daniel Boobie Santiago is coming on with us right now, and we're going to bring him in here. Hopefully we could bring him in here. So, Daniel, it's saying that we can't bring you in, so we're going to attempt to approve him here. Let's see if he pops up another way. So we're trying to bring Daniel onto the show. Might have to turn your camera on or something here. Let's see. Oh, technology. All right, let's see if we could bring on Boobie. See if we could do this here. As we get set to have Daniel Boobie Santiago. Daniel, if you could hear me, let's try to get you to join again here in just a second. He'll be joining us picture in picture momentarily here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and a very special broadcast that we have going on for you as Wake Up Call is on the road. So what's up, Boobie? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. So how's your morning going? How's everything?
Pretty decent, not too bad.
Now, I know that you have I'm excited because as you're getting ready for Holy Cross, we also have a graduation party going on here soon.
Yep.
And I have the wonderful excuse to be around your awesome family again.
Yep.
So what are you looking forward to with the grad party, and can you believe you're graduating?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time. I feel like I was in high school forever, but it's finally over, and let's get to celebrate it a little bit and move on to the next chapter.
Yeah, you said you feel like you've been in high school forever. The pandemic obviously played a role in all of that. Looking back on what the pandemic did for you for a couple of years, what it did to everybody, but you personally, how do you look back on it?
It's just one of those things where, it's not really going anywhere. So either use it to your advantage or you just, let it, kind of take control and, don't use it to your advantage. And, I took it as a tool to help me sort of climb, as far as recruiting and stuff like that. It opened up some opportunities that I wouldn't have had before, and I'm just grateful for the outcome.
Yeah, here with Daniel Boobie Santiago on a very special wake-up call with Dan Tortora as we go outside of our normal scheduled hours of Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time for this bonus coverage. Boobie, I was talking about it before you came on. You've given me the opportunity to follow you through the whole process. We did our first live conversation, and I believe it was 8 days before you got your first offer.
Yeah.
And I told you you're going to get it. I said, believe in God. I know it's coming. And the thing is, I felt it. I trust my gut. When we go back to that conversation you and I had a couple of years back, did you get a sense of that too? Did you feel like that first offer was brewing? Did you think I was crazy when I said it? How do you look back on it?
I feel like I had that sense ever since I started putting the work towards it. I knew it was going to happen. Just all a matter of timing and me being consistent and excelling in the spots I need to excel at to play at the next level. And I feel like that's really all. That's all it really made me. It's all it took for me to think that it's definitely possible. And like I said earlier, I'm just I'm grateful for the results and I'm happy I put the work in.
When we go back to that day and I said, hey, it's going to come to fruition. We're going to get it. I know it. About a week later, I got that first message from you, and it just kind of rolled from there that you got these Ivy League schools, you got the military institutions, you got quote unquote Power 5 programs, you got FBS, you got FCS, you had teams all over the country. When you look back at your recruiting and the fact that it spanned really the entire United States, what is that ultimately going to mean to you?
At the time, it just meant to me that, doors were open in different spots in the country, really. I knew I was going to play football. The plan was to play football regardless. So I knew I wasn't going to not play football. So when I started getting the offers, they grew to me as choices and opportunities in different spots of the country, and especially with the variety of them, and the different types and different types of educations and just different things going on with the schools. I feel like that really helped me, honestly. I mean, with the recruiting process we had, I feel like I got the kind of the best out of it, the best of the circumstances. We had to get it through, and overall, I'm happy where
I am. Some people did what you did, and some people felt stuck. Some people didn't have the opportunity that you had. You went across the country to Arizona because they were still playing during the pandemic when Utica Proctor shut down, as a lot of places did, and with New York being a state that really just closed it all down pretty rapidly and then held on to it. So bring me into looking back on that and the fact that you had an avenue and you had family out in Arizona that provided the opportunity for you to continue to play, because really, that's where your recruitment opened up. That's where it jumped off. That's where it started. And so, just to speak about that again, the fact that you had an avenue and you had a state to go to that was playing. Not everybody had that opportunity.
Yeah, so even before I moved to Arizona, I feel like the big COVID era where you weren't really allowed to leave your house. I feel like that helped me, and I took advantage of that too. Before I had the opportunity to move. So regardless, I feel like I was ready to have the best season of my life junior year. No matter where I played, but I did happen to have the opportunity to move with my uncle. Move to Arizona and play football. And like you said, I feel like a lot of kids didn't have that opportunity. So I feel like if I had the opportunity, I might as well take advantage of it. So that's what we did. I moved to Arizona for 2 years, 2 seasons, and I don't regret any of it.
Do you think that your recruitment would have been the same, or you would have gotten the exposure if you didn't do it? Like when you look back on, I know it's hard to say a path that you didn't go down, what would it have looked like? But to your best kind of guess, I guess, to look back on it, do you think that it would have hurt you if you didn't get to go out to a place like Arizona and showcase yourself? Because you and I have had a conversation before that Central New York doesn't get the publicity that it deserves.
Yeah. So I feel like if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't be in the position to even be able to play at the level of football I played at. So I mean, I can't really putting me in the if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't have moved to Arizona. I wouldn't have moved to Arizona, but I also wouldn't have been the player I was junior year and senior year. So yeah, it's not really it's a question that I feel like has different circumstances all over. Because I doubt that I would be the player I am right now if COVID didn't happen. Even if I did stay here, it helped me grow as a player and actually just grow as as a young man growing up. So I mean, I definitely think I would have been playing at the next level, but I'm not sure I would have had the opportunities that are on the West Coast or farther away or things like that. I wouldn't have had the same opportunities.
So I mean, you did what a lot of people did, which you took a negative and you turned it into a positive. You took the pandemic and you made it work for you instead of against you in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
So here with Daniel Boobie Santiago, 2022 incoming, a freshman for the Holy Cross Crusaders. We know you play D tackle and nose guard. What have they told you about where you're going to be at Holy Cross?
I'm definitely gonna play the interior. The three technique would be the tackle and the nose guard. They're sort of interchangeable. So I'll be on the inside. Probably more often than not at nose guard. Honestly, I do see myself playing soon. Just keep grinding, just keep putting in the work, both physically and mentally. There is opportunity for me there. I just got to go get it.
What makes you believe, Daniel, that you're going to play right away, that you have a shot to get out there immediately for Holy Cross?
I mean, there has been, some really good guys coming out from the D tackle nose guard area, but there's been a lot of guys, graduated or taking their fifth year somewhere else, and so the spot's young, and depth's not really there without us freshmen. So I definitely feel like I'll be able to fill some of them spots up and work my way up the ladder.
So for you, I mean, you had the opportunity, something that a lot of people have not gotten, which was to get out. You have the ability to get out there early and to experience that early. You were provided an avenue by Holy Cross to have early workouts, early training before camp officially begins in the fall. What does that mean to you, and what can you say about that and how that all came about?
It's definitely big time. I do feel like it's a big time move. Just to sort of get a head start, even if, some of the freshmen weren't there, some of the freshmen were there, or all of them were there, I feel like it's just good as, a group for us to get there and get together as soon as possible to just continue winning. We'll bring home the fourth conference championship this year, and, things will be nice.
How did it all come about that you were provided that early opportunity to get out there?
Honestly, just a lot of the kids are already done with high school. I didn't graduate yet, so it's sort of a normal thing, I guess. For the kids that don't, could go to school, from the times I go to school, because they do start a lot earlier than I do, but they end earlier too. And here, if I would have went to Proctor, we wouldn't have started till September in the beginning, and we're not done until right about now. So I was able to get out there early though, through some waivers and just reorganizing my time and taking my tests at different times and stuff like that. So I was able to take advantage of a little bit of the time. But I'll be back out there soon.
Why did you want to get out there so badly and at least have a little bit of this early practice, early opportunity, early lifting? Why was it so important to you to get these waivers so that you could do that?
Um, Honestly, it's just another one of those opportunities that I see that I can't really pass up. It's an opportunity for me to get out there early, like I said, and sort of get a head start, and just start playing football sooner than later. So, um, I just want to definitely just get out there while I could, and honestly, it's just the head start part. Just want to get the head start, and start playing football.
Holy Cross inside of the Patriot League. I've spoken with Patriot League Commissioner Jennifer Heppel. She's been on the show a couple times here. She was just in the Commissioner Central series speaking with me about the conference. What do you like about the Patriot League?
I feel like we aren't too far apart, like physically, on a math. Um, games are easy to come to. And with that, comes a rivalry and things get, a little bit more personal, and games get better and things get more interesting. So, I'm totally, ready to play football this year. I'm super excited to play in the conference we play in, and hopefully, like I said earlier, get another ring.
The rivalries for you, do you have a favorite one yet that you circle?
Oh yeah, September 3rd, UB. We got some business to handle over there in Buffalo. Same thing with Colgate. Um, Honestly, I just want to play football. So whoever it is we could make it happen. But yeah,
You
definitely.
playing on the interior part of the line. Where has your game improved the most? We've talked for the last couple of years. So where do you think you've gotten better that you can really see it back on film?
Um, so I mean, obviously, physically, I feel like I've been, a little bit more cautious and put more effort into, how I carry my body and how I, treat my body. Obviously, I've been working out a lot more than I was, sophomore year last time I played here in Utica. Um, Honestly, I think I grew more. I matured more. But football wise, I'd say that I'm pretty explosive. Um, I feel like I have a motor, and sort of mentally or spiritually, I bring a lot of energy to the team I'm playing for and the sideline I'm on. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it too. Just being confident and just being excited to play football.
How would you describe your personality to someone who doesn't know you?
Like playing football or not playing football.
Just in general, you talked about the energy that you bring on the field. So how would you describe who you would be as a teammate and who you would be, in the classroom as well? Just your overall personality. If someone knew nothing about Daniel Boobie Santiago, what would you say?
Um, I just say that I'm extremely competitive. Like it is, whether it's in the classroom or on the field, if there's something to win, I want to win it. Um, and honestly, it just really goes with everything. I want to be the fastest, strongest. I want to be the smartest. Um, and I'm always sure that there's room for more. I'm not really settling for anything less, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So, uh, I'm ready to play football. I'm ready to start learning in school too. Or continue learning, and just ready to go to college.
Why are you the way you are? Why are you so competitive on and off the field? Why do you want to be the best at everything?
I honestly don't know. It's just been like this forever. I feel like, maybe it's just how I grew up, or the people I grew up around, or maybe I was born this way. I mean, I just always been this way, for as long as I can remember now. I don't want to let it stop now.
So you look at this, you look at the opportunity with Holy Cross. You had a bunch of opportunities, FBS and FCS. What ultimately, because I know a lot of people, you see FCS offers, you see FBS offers, and 99% of the time you feel like they go the FBS way. So why did you go FCS? Why did it make sense to you for Holy Cross amongst all of the schools that you have?
Um, well, the opportunity was there for me to play. I knew I have a good opportunity to come in and prove myself. Um, I mean, we're working out and getting ready for the season in the same facilities as some of those FBS schools. So we're not lacking as far as equipment and facilities and stuff like that. We have all top of the line stuff. So I feel like we're not really lacking from the FBS level, and as far as FCS, we're at the top, #1 defense in the nation, and I think we're projected 11 nationally for the national championship and stuff like that. So, and it is very early, and I feel like we're gonna be good. We're gonna have a good season, and I'm ready to play football.
It speaks a lot too, and I was talking to your dad about this, the fact that when we look at this, and some people might say, why Holy Cross above these other schools, the Armies and the Arizonas and the San Diego States and the Yales and whatnot. And he told me that when you went there to see the staff after you had already committed, you were already, saying you were going there, that they invite you, they invite everybody, and they have prospects there. And they could have easily gone over to those people, and they did eventually, obviously. But he's like, Dan, we were already committed. My son already said he was coming. They already knew that. And the staff sat down with me, sat down with him, spent a bunch of minutes with us. Wasn't a quick handshake and goodbye. They were still recruiting us, even though we had already said yes. Is it safe to say that Holy Cross just was the most transparent with you, the most honest with you, and showed you the most love?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Obviously, that during my recruiting, process, I guess, during the journey I took, that was huge for me. Transparency was huge for me. Actual, true love and support and opportunity from coaches. I guess it's kind of rare, especially with the bigger schools or the more popular schools. But I feel like with Holy Cross, they're absolutely on top. As far as staying in touch and making sure that they knew that my parents knew I was in the right spot. So as far as parents go, they're always, like you said, just taking the extra step for the extra conversation and the extra assurance that I'll be fine and this is their place to be. So I feel like that definitely helps with the process as well.
I think it's a great story that you had all of these offers all over the country, and that Holy Cross was the one that made sense to you. It wasn't the school you had to choose, it was the school you wanted to choose. And I think it just is a true testament to their staff and who they are and how they handle business, that you said no to schools that some may consider a higher tier, that you said, no, this is where I want to be. And I think it really states that in your specific recruitment, you were looking for somebody to truly make you feel at home, to, like I said, tell you the truth. And I think it's a testament to Holy Cross that they got you above all these other schools because of how they treated you and what they did. I think it speaks to the power of the FCS, and I think it speaks to Holy Cross and to the reality that if you're honest with someone and you're good to someone and you really do care, that you don't have, it's not just the name of the school, it's the quality of the school.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the numbers don't lie. I'm sure, the players not before me and, the classes before me, the older guys were treated the same way. And obviously, it's paying off. They're building a relationship, on a personal level. And they're able to win these games and just keep doing all this, beneficial stuff for the program, without any, any kinks or any stops. So I feel like that's a huge part of winning, in general. Whether it's football or whatever, anything else. I feel like just working as a unit and knowing each other on a personal level is just how you win.
Was there any school that was close to how Holy Cross treated you? Did anybody kind of get right there, or did Holy Cross just blow you out of the water?
I was never really treated too bad from by any of these schools, but I would definitely say Army. They showed a lot of support. I feel like what they had, what it was real, but just not the path I see myself taking. Colgate, they showed some support. They flew out and they were always having the extra conversations, but I'm just happy where I am right now, and I'm ready to play football.
I think it was your uncle, correct me if I'm wrong, that played at Syracuse.
Yeah.
So really not nothing from them. You and I talked about it before. Would you love it if Holy Cross could play Syracuse?
100%. I'd like to play them every game of the season.
And why?
I just got a little bit extra to prove. I got a sort of a chip on my shoulder, and I want to just take care of it.
What for you to be in central and upstate New York, and I know that you spent some time in Arizona too, but you're a beacon of hope for yourself and for the kids that come after you, student athletes, whatever sport, girls or boys. What do you want to say to the world about central and upstate New York? We've talked about it. I know how I feel, but you're somebody that's coming from here. It seems like we all have to have a chip on our shoulder, right? As broadcasters, as football players, as lacrosse, basketball, volleyball, it doesn't matter. So when we come from here, there's always a notion of, well, you're not Florida, you're not Texas, you're not California, you're not Oklahoma, but there's so much talent here. And to be completely frank, Syracuse has missed on so much talent that when it comes to the football world, they've gone to the NFL, they've won Super Bowls. I mean, we're not talking about little chump change, or they missed out on this guy and he didn't amount to anything. This community really does put together amazing, amazing stories. And unfortunately, they don't get to be told locally because the orange and blue doesn't look there. So what do you want to say to the kids out there that are frustrated saying, this is my home. I love my home. I love central and upstate New York, and I just want to get noticed.
Yeah. I love it here too, obviously. And I just want to, let the kids in the situations know that, well, first of all, I think New York does need to do more. It just as a whole. I feel like more effort should be put into, things we do. But I do feel like I feel like sometimes, a kid might settle for less just because it's here, and I want to just encourage, take opportunities, really anywhere, if you go post-grad or if you're going prep or to a JUCO or, even out of high school, if you're going to a smaller college, don't settle for the smaller colleges around here. Just, get out and, explore and, see what there is on sort of the outside.
Do you think that Syracuse not recruiting locally negatively affects in general, that not just they're not recruiting you, but if they're not recruiting you, do you think it kind of makes the rest of the country say why?
I mean, there's some there's players that still make it happen. So I feel like Syracuse would be a great addition and a huge benefit, but I don't think that it's a downfall by any means. Just because it's not like it's new, so it's not a new thing that they're not showing love and recruiting. It's pretty normal, and kids have still been doing it. There's 4 of us in Proctor this year, well technically 3, but 4 in the next 2 years that are making it out, and none of us are going to Proctor, or none of us are going to Syracuse. So one of us are going to Texas. I'm going to Massachusetts, Jersey, and Todd staying in Binghamton. It's just like we don't really need we don't need much from Syracuse to still do what we have to do.
So Holy Cross, you mentioned it. They're known for winning the Patriot League. You're known for getting to the FCS playoffs. That part of it, what are you most excited about with Holy Cross, knowing that you're going to a school that perennially brings it, and that when guys graduate, obviously they have a system and a culture and a community at Holy Cross, that they're not one-hit wonders, but there's consistency, and that next man up seems to find a way to continue to make them relevant in the FCS playoffs?
Well, honestly, I just think I'm here for a reason. I'm going to give, everything I have to add to the defense and, add to the team as a whole to keep winning games. And I'm sure, the people around me, the other freshmen will do that. And the kids next year will do that. And I feel like when you have when you have the platform that Coach Chesney and, the rest of the guys, put together and sort of like fuse us all in as, as a family, I feel like that's a huge part of it, and that's a huge, stepping stone to, winning games and get other people to want to do the same thing we do. So, but for right now, our foot's on the gas, and we're ready to make it happen again.
What do you like the most about the coaching staff? How would you describe their personality at Holy Cross?
Everything's electric. Everything's just electric at Holy Cross. I mean, from walking up the hill to go to workouts to during workouts and eating together after workouts. It's just everything's it's crazy. Everyone has like genuine care for each other. Everyone's always on the same page. With the same plans, and I feel like that just helps us out a lot. And obviously, I'm new to it, so I'm not really getting the full experience yet. But from what I can see, it's definitely a huge benefit we have as a team.
The facilities at Holy Cross, what can you say? How would you describe them, and did they have a role in you picking Holy Cross?
Um, I wouldn't say they were the do or don't as far as making my decision, but it definitely did. It helped. Seeing our indoor is huge, and the weight room we have for an FCS school, and all our fields and our stadium, and all the support from alumni and stuff like that. There's stuff that I've seen on other Power 5 visits. So I knew we weren't far off, and it's obviously they're winning games, like like I keep saying. So I feel like it's not it wasn't the deal breaker, but it it definitely helped out a lot, and I'm just super excited to get there.
The FBS has the college football playoff. They can't seem to figure it out. There's 4 openings. I think there should be 12. FCS in a totally other world. They have a playoff system. They've used a playoff system. It's a workable playoff system. And I think when you look at it, that it would be hard to not create a true national champion from it. Was that another play for you to join the FCS, knowing that there's an actual playoff of double-digit schools and that we can get a full reality of who is the best?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, football is football, and there's going to be something to win at the end. Whether it's winning your conference or your league or nationally, there's always going to be something to win. And I feel like coming to Holy Cross does have a bigger opportunity for me to win at the highest level, which would be the national championship. And I feel like we have the tools to do it. It's all just about putting it together now and making sure we do our best to make it happen.
I got to ask you before I let you go. Speaking here with Daniel Boobie Santiago, incoming 2022 defensive tackle and nose guard for the College of Holy Cross. And will be playing for the Crusaders here, not too far away from Central and Upstate New York, where he hails from, in this Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora special from inside of the Travel Cafe Kubal Studios as I'm on the road. So, Daniel, for you, you're in the Patriot League. What does it mean to be a Patriot? How would you describe that in today's, our country's got a lot of things to work on, but how would you describe being a Patriot?
I love my country, obviously. I love where I'm from, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to represent it in a positive way. Whether it's only sports or the school I represent, I feel like it's a big opportunity for me to actually so show some love and be at a high enough level to faithfully represent where I'm from, and I'm super excited for it.
You cut your hair. We talked about this a little bit off the air. Is Grandma happy now? Is she okay?
Grandma's never happy. I'm sure she's in here somewhere. I'm sure there's something else she wants to get done. So, but for right now,
Here
I
with
guess,
Daniel Boobie
as far as
Santiago.
my
Daniel,
hair,
I want to do something for the Holy Cross fans. Rapid fire. I want to go down the line and get to know you a little bit better. So I'm going to fire a bunch of questions at you, and then I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the same for me. We'll have some fun with it here. Favorite food that's made at home?
pizza. Like at
Homemade pizza?
at my house or
At your house.
oh, at my house, probably rice and beans and like pork chops or chicken or something.
Who makes it?
I mean, both my parents are worthy of it, but
Okay. All right. Both are worthy of it. Best place to eat in Utica?
ooh, I like Delmonico's.
Okay. Is Drake greater than Kanye, or is Kanye greater than Drake?
Drake is greater than everyone to ever make music. So just one way to
Have you
put it.
listened to Honestly Nevermind?
Yeah, it's pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie, but it's cool. you know,
It's weird. He's
not
more
easy
like
to.
just kind of singing now.
Yeah, it's kind of like Kanye music. And I don't know what he's doing or what his plan is, but we need to get on top of it.
Did you like the one that came? Did you like Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I would agree with that. That was definitely a good one. Okay, favorite Drake song of all time?
The motto.
The
Uh,
Motto. Okay,
yeah, motto.
I know that one well. I usually listen to that. When I was going to the old radio station, I listened to it every Sunday morning.
Yeah. I just
So, all
for
right, the
my
Motto. I like
graduation,
that.
we were going through one
What'd
of
you
my
say?
papers. We're going through one of my papers from like third grade, and it said, "What's your favorite song?" And mine was the motto on there. So that's why it was pretty.
Third grade.
Yeah.
Made me feel like I'm 100 years old here. Um, your grandmother said no more food for you from her because you didn't mention her,
We'll see how long that lasts.
I guess. Favorite dessert?
Um. mm, I like the Cookie Monster from Tully's.
Okay, Cookie Monster. One word that would best describe you your whole life so far.
Mm, extraordinary.
I like that. Biggest thing that you would change about the world?
Um. Everyone's all angry and stuff. Everyone's, we need to see more smiles and, more happiness and more positivity around here and everywhere. So that's step one.
What would you rather see be cheaper? Airline airline tickets or no, you know what? I got to change this up a little bit. I got to make it more of a day-to-day thing. So, what would you rather see cheaper, gas prices or food prices?
Right now, gas prices. I guess food is still, doable, but this gas stuff's getting out of hand. I'm gonna have to start walking places.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna break out my scooter from my grandma's house. Favorite childhood toy?
I don't really know. I can't even think of any.
Do you have any? Do you have action figures or something? Do you have video games?
I mean, I never really played video games. Um, Probably like Nerf guns and stuff.
Nerf guns. Okay. Favorite superhero?
Um, I like Iron Man, honestly. Spider-Man, he's dope too. Spider-Man, yeah, probably Spider-Man right now.
That is the correct answer. That is
Yeah.
also my answer. Favorite villain?
Uh, Joker.
The Joker. Okay. Who is the best Joker? Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, or somebody else?
I don't know many of them. I just watched the movies.
Did you watch the most
The new
recent
one
one?
was yeah, the new one was cool. I like that one. And he won a bunch of
That was Joaquin
the
Phoenix.
new guy, yeah, the new
Yeah. Okay. I love that. I don't know any of them. I just watched the movie.
guy.
Okay. Let's flip to something else here really quick. Favorite place to go in New York that's not in Utica? Like, do you have a place you've been to in the state of New York?
Probably Tully's.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your go-to meal there?
Um, Chicken wings, like medium, extra crispy, blue cheese, and loaded fries.
Okay. What movie could you watch for the rest of your life and never get sick of it?
Hangover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite part of that movie?
Uh, um, probably the counting cards part. When Alan made the money back. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will still always remember you for who's your favorite villain? The Joker. Which one's your favorite? I don't know their names. I just watch them.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You got three for me. I'll give you a trio. You can ask me whatever you want.
All right, so I need to ask the Kanye and Drake question. Drake or Kanye.
I would say Drake by a million. No, I would say Drake by infinity miles over Kanye.
Yeah,
Kanye used to be good, and then he married a Kardashian, and that ends everybody's career.
yeah,
So, what'd you say?
It definitely does. It seems to
So
be.
I think, yeah, Drake by a million miles. I mean, Drake and I were both born in October. We're both Toronto Raptor fans. So I think by default, and we also both like lobster, shrimp, and a glass of Moscato. So I think that we should both be friends.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What's your
Uh,
next one?
what do you think the biggest rivalry is in sports right now?
Of any sport?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would have to say, okay, I'm going to go sport to sport. I would say the NHL. I think it's the Lightning versus everybody.
Yeah.
I just, the Lightning are out of their mind right now. They were a franchise that I feel like nobody cared about when I was living down in Florida, and now it's like they forced you to listen to them and watch them in all the positive ways. I I think the rivalry in the NBA. I think it's Golden State. I think it can be Golden State versus Boston. I think that could be a perennial thing. I don't believe in the Brooklyn Nets. I don't believe in Kyrie Irving. I believe in Kevin Durant. But I think as long as Kyrie Irving's there, they're never gonna make it. Because I think he's more of a virus to a team than anything good. I would say in the NFL, I would probably say the Rams. Oh, rivalry in the NFL. I would probably say this is a tough one. I mean, in the AFC, it's just like wide open all the time. So I think, you know what I think? I think there's going to be some good in the AFC West. I think that, that's the best conference or the best division right now in football. So I think that's going to create some rivalries or build them up a little bit more since Kansas City's taking it most of the time. So I'd probably say that I like seeing Dallas and San Francisco in the playoffs because that used to be a rivalry in the NFC. So I do like that. I think in baseball, it's obviously Yankees and the Red Sox most of the time, but I personally would like to see the Yankees and the Mets stay at the top, and I'd like to see them fight each other more. And I just think that would be cool for baseball, but I'd probably throw that up there. And then yeah, I think I hit on a bunch of them here. I think in basketball, it's Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just both relevant nationally and in their conference. So I think you have to say Duke and North Carolina.
Definitely. Some key rivalries in there for sure.
Yeah.
One more. Um, what's your favorite breakfast food?
Well, I work with Mother's Cupboard on 3709 James Street in Syracuse. And we do a thing called From Mother's Cupboard to Table, where we have conversations with people in the community in the sports world. And we always get to eat while we're talking. I don't think I know I haven't had a bad thing there. My go-to breakfast meal, I'd probably have to say a ham, egg and cheese, or ham, cheese, and broccoli omelet. I'd probably have to say that. And they make it so well, really, really good. Like I don't just Jones for a ham, broccoli, and cheese omelet. I Jones for the Mother's Cupboard version of a ham, broccoli, and cheese. So I'd probably say that because as a kid, I always loved omelets too. So I'd probably say that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, from Daniel Boobie Santiago, Daniel, we've known each other for a couple years. I've been part of your recruitment since before the first one came in, the first school came in. So I have two questions for you. Number one, when am I getting my Holy Cross stuff? And number two, am I a card carrying member of the Santiago family? Do I get to be a member of the family, or what do I have to do to make the family list?
Your Holy Cross stuff. I don't know, man. I just keep forgetting about it, and then I get busy for a couple of weeks, and then I have nothing to do. But I just don't think about doing that. So I'll get it to you though. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
And then yeah, dude, you're 100% part of the family. Ready to keep the tradition going, and hopefully in a couple of years, my brother will be ready for his journey.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about it. And one of the greatest things was walking into your family party at your signing and feeling exactly like that, like a member of the family, feeling like I had known these people all my life when I was meeting them for the first time. So I want to shout out you, Daniel. I want to shout out your parents. I want to shout out your grandparents. I want to shout out your brother and your entire family. Everybody made me feel welcome. So thank you to that. Thank you for all the time, everything you've done. I cannot wait for the grad party. Very much looking forward to it. So thank you for doing this with me. We have more stuff to come. Daniel Boobie Santiago, we've only just begun 2 years of broadcast together. And that bat signal, we just knock on it a little bit. Now that bat signal is going to be used for game day as it was used for recruiting before. So the bat signal stays there. Even though he doesn't know who plays the Joker, he does know the bat signal has to do with it. So, Daniel, I appreciate it as always, man. And thank you for letting me be a part of your family and a part of this ride. And I'm just happy that we crossed paths because you really are somebody that I'm rooting for. And I can't wait to buy my Santiago jersey. That's all I know.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you too, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good.
See you.